I kind of realized you can do this, you know, this is a choice in life that I can actually completely make a living doing. And, you know, and it's hard and it's 24/7, but I don't mind that. I just wanted to see that it was possible.
Against the wall, staring down an empty hall, deep down in a hollow log, coming home like a ladder bomb.
My name's Christian. I go by Chaka, and I love blowing glass. Basically, I started doing this probably about 10 years ago, and I started out in Amherst, Mass. And I learned from a guy just like making small little pieces of jewelry and stuff.
Cut it loose before you go. Cold was the storm that covered the night.
I just kind of got pretty bored of making earrings and wanted to make like some pendants and like some pipes and some bigger stuff. You know, for the most part, I'm self-practiced, self-taught. I went to UMass Amherst, I studied psychology, I minored in biology, and I graduated and everything. I didn't really want to like do the whole academic career in psych, and I didn't really see a whole, you know, lot of a future, you know, doing social work myself. I had a lot more creative pursuits inside me, and none of that was gonna really be expressed if I went with psych. All these things kind of came into place, and that's what was really amazing about learning about glass and kind of stumbling across it. What you learn after a while is that this takes a lot of hand skills, you know, just getting your hands down to the point where, you know, you're going to be able to turn without, you know, a jerking motion or anything like that, and just to, you know, have the right dexterity to be able to do this. Just put the time in and just be patient, you know, like just practicing the skills over and over and over again. That took me like 2 or 3 years. The first 2 like good things that I do and things that I still do that I'm kind of best known for are not even pipes. They are pendants and penguins. I was also realizing that like I was kind of working a lot of times under my pay grade. Like I was capable of sculpting a lot of things and doing a lot of different designs that you know not everyone could do, and I wasn't putting them on my pipes. And I was kind of, you know, after a while thinking like, shit, like I just need to do it. I just need to take, you know, like put an octopus on one of my pipes, or do a sea-themed pipe, or do, you know, like take one of the many ideas I work with and incorporate it into a really cool pipe.
How old are you now anyway?
I didn't restrict myself to making just pipes. You know, I've always made jewelry, and so that's also a part of my journey, and that's something that I've always been into. I can do a much wider range of work when I make pipes. I can make, you know, the sea life stuff, but I can make skulls and, you know, blood and you know, whatever, and headphones. I can put headphones on something and, you know, make it into a pipe. And that freedom to create is what's the most appealing thing to me about making pipes, you know, is the fact that if it looks really cool and it has, you know, this functionality to it, you know, boom, the criteria are met for something that, you know, should be able to do well in the market and sell and make someone very happy. That like piece goes out into the world and people use it, and it acts kind of as a, you know, connection point between the person using it and the artist, and people are going to wonder like, who made this, you know? And so I didn't know that I was going to get into working with glass. It never really crossed my mind when I was just kind of first getting into it, you know. And I didn't even think that I would turn what I thought, you know, at the time was a hobby into my career. Making the switch over to pipes was a big thing that I had kind of been thinking about. And when I saw people like Robert Mickelson and Joe Peters doing that, people I had a lot of respect for just their sculptural work, that really made me, you know, sit down and say, oh shit, you know, this is this is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
You have forsaken all the love you taken, sleeping on a razor that's nowhere left to fall. Your body's aching, every bone is breaking, nothing seems to shake it, it just keeps holding on. Your soul is able, death is all you cradle, sleeping on the nails.
I decided to move out to Somerville and work at the studio. And basically, it's, you know, each person rents their own bench. You know, this is my bench over here, and then, you know, each person has their own bench as it goes down, and we all, you know, rent on the monthly and just basically month to month. It's really nice. But I love the community, and I love the space. It's a really good facility for doing, you know, specifically what we do. We're able to share a big tank of liquid oxygen, and, you know, and make it, you know, economically feasible for us to be blowing glass on the regular. So it's really nice. With me and what I do, I've got like certain tools I really like to use. You know, I use a butter knife, and I use a, you know, like a small paddle all the time, and I use scissors, and you know, my big go-to is like my tweezers. I do everything with my tweezers. These things are like, I don't know what I would do without these. So they're really nice. And recently I just got these, which I'm wicked psyched about, because I don't even have to put my hand in the kiln at all. I can just grab the thing and just, you know, do that, and I'm all set. So these are really nice. I try to come into the studio every day, and I try to be able to mark that X on my calendar and build up all the X's. I don't mind when I fail. I keep a lot of my failures around me in the studio to remind me that I've done a good amount of stuff here, and I'm progressing, and things are changing and happening, and it does, you know, it goes one day at a time. So my philosophy is to come in and keep building this up and keep the journey going and not stop and not get discouraged. Are the glasses good? Yeah, I figure that's a good touch.